Here is my security news roundup for the week ending August 4th, 2023. Generative AI services pulled from Apple App Store in China. Multiple generative AI apps have been removed from Apple's China App Store, 2 weeks ahead of the country's new generative AI regulations that are set to take effect on August 15th. The move comes after Chinese developers received notices from Apple informing them of their app's removal. In its letter, the OpenCat, a native ChatGPT client, Apple cited content that is illegal in China as the reason for pulling the app. In July, China announced a set of measures to regulate generative AI services, including API providers. The rules require AI apps operating in China to obtain an administrative license, which is reflected in Apple's removal notice. Read more at TechCrunch.com. Microsoft called out for blatantly negligent cybersecurity practices. Microsoft is facing mounting criticism in the wake of last month's attack on Azure. In a post on LinkedIn, Amit Yoran, the CEO of the cybersecurity company Tenable, says Microsoft's cybersecurity track record is even worse than you think, and he has an example to back it up. The security firm Wiz reported last week that the hack on Azure may have been more far-reaching than originally thought, although Microsoft has since disputed its findings. Read more at TheVerge.com. A public service announcement. Scammers are using parking meter QR codes to rip you off. The scam relies on people's familiarity with pay-at-the-meter digital parking payment methods, like the popular Park Mobile application. The scammers place their own QR codes on the meters, either pasting over the existing parking meter codes or placing their stickers on meters that never had digital payment methods to begin with. Typically, the scammers charge you a small and reasonable amount at that time, so it looks like you actually paid for your parking that day. Then, weeks later, you'll see unknown charges pop up on the card you used as the scammers use your payment data to purchase gift cards or otherwise misuse your credit card. Read more at howtogeek.com. Malicious apps use sneaky versioning technique to bypass Google Play Store scanners. Threat actors are leveraging a technique called versioning to evade Google Play Store's malware detection and target Android users. Campaigns using versioning commonly target users, credentials, data, and finances. Google's Cybersecurity Action Team said in its August 2023 Threat Horizons report shared with the Hacker News. This is achieved by pushing an update from an attacker-controlled server to serve malicious code on the end-user device using a method called dynamic code loading, effectively turning the app into a backdoor. Read more at thehackernews.com. Hundreds of Citrix NetScaler ADC and gateway servers hacked in major cyber attack. Hundreds of Citrix NetScaler ADC and gateway servers have been breached by malicious actors to deploy web shells, according to the Shadow Server Foundation. The nonprofit said the attacks take advantage of CVE 2023-3519, a critical code injection vulnerability that could lead to unauthorized remote code execution. The flaw, patched by Citrix last month, carries a CVSS score of 9.8. The largest number of impacted IP addresses are based in Germany, followed by France, Switzerland, Italy, Sweden, Spain, Japan, China, Austria, and Brazil. Read more at thehackernews.com. FBI, CISA, and NSA reveal top exploited vulnerabilities of 2022. In collaboration with CISA, The NSA and the FBI, cybersecurity authorities, have issued today a list of 12 most exploited vulnerabilities throughout 2022. Cybersecurity agencies in the United States, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom called on organizations worldwide to address these security flaws and deploy patch management systems to minimize their exposure to potential attacks. Threat actors increasingly focused their attacks on outdated software vulnerabilities rather than recently disclosed ones during the previous year, specifically targeting systems left unpatched and exposed on the Internet. Read more at bleepingcomputer.com. New HVNC malware targets Mac OS devices. Beware, a new HVNC tool for hacking Mac systems has been identified in the threat landscape by security analysts at Guards. The malware is being sold on a Russian cybercrime forum since April. While the HVNC tool is the latest threat, there has been a growing trend of such threats targeting Mac users, with 3 incidents occurring just the last month. Since HVNC can allow threat actors to gain remote access to machines without the victim's knowledge, organizations are urged to employ robust cybersecurity measures to stay safe. Read more at cyberware.com. This week's must-see on my YouTube channel. Everyone is looking for a deal on textbooks this back-to-school season. You know it, but so do the scammers. Here's what to look out for with ebook scams. Please watch my video on that topic by following the link listed. Did you know? The lead singer of The Offspring started attending school to achieve a doctorate in molecular biology while still in the band. He graduated in May of 2017. The Lego Group is the world's most powerful brand. There are more Lego minifigures than there are people on Earth. I don't spend any time whatsoever thinking about what might have been. Thanks to Alex Trebek. Just thought you might want to know. And that's a wrap for this week's Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening.